It was a massive explosion that shook the entire town. One of the three men inside Jimbo's auto repair shop at the time was Tim Furby.
Our life is a disaster right now. It's been a nightmare since that night.
Amy Furby is now a widow, her two children fatherless. The deputy fire marshal in charge of the investigation sent her this report last week. We received a copy today. It concludes that Jimbo's owner had 4 100-pound propane tanks filled at Dance's Steel and Farm Supply the afternoon of the explosion. It concluded an employee overfilled all the tanks, one of which should not have been filled at all, as it was last certified in 1978. This is the tank that ruptured, spewing propane gas throughout the shop, eventually getting ignited by a torch used on this brake caliper. This is the video of the other 3 tanks the fire marshal says were overfilled, still spewing gas in the owner's backyard 2 weeks after the explosion. Investigators interviewed the man the fire marshal says overfilled that expired tank.
Would it surprise you if I told you that there's witnesses that put you as the one filling the tank?
Yeah, it would, because I didn't fill. I could tell.
Despite his denials, other employees at Dance's, including the owner, pointed the finger at the employee. The investigation concluded the overfilling of the gray 100-pound propane cylinder by the employee caused the rupture. Further, it concluded that Dance's Steel and Farm Supply was not tracking or measuring how much propane was being dispensed into each tank as a standard business practice. The investigator met with the county prosecutor, and it was determined that the appropriate charge would be a misdemeanor homicide charge against the employee. But after the case was referred to the Hillsborough law director for prosecution, the report concludes by saying she declined to prosecute. We stopped by the office of the Hillsborough City Law Director to find out why she did not bring charges against anyone in reference to the Jimbo explosion, even though the state fire marshal recommended that she do so. She also declined to speak with us. Amy Furby did receive a call from her, though.
And she told me there was no weapon, so it could not have been homicide.
An excuse that does not satisfy Mrs. Furby.
People's dying, and nobody's going to be held accountable for this.
Including your husband.
Exactly. And I'm going to keep fighting for him because he would want me to. He didn't go to work that day planning on dying.
Hey there. Yeah, you could stop watching right now, but let's be honest, you don't want to do that. Hit the links or click subscribe to see more amazing content from all of us here at Local 12.